Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I'm writer coach Tony, and today I'm going to give you another movie review. So, I'm going through many of the films running for the Oscars. The Oscars will be on October 25. I no, on April 25. So, I'm rushing to many of the movies, making sure I get to watch them. Okay, so now I'm in the category for Best Costume Design and Best Visual Effects. And one of the movies that has been nominated in those two categories is the Disney movie Mulan. Normally, I do not watch Disney movies anymore. Um, I don't know why, but I think I've lost interest in them. Maybe because of my old age, I'm already 50. So I felt that none of their movies would be magical for me anymore. But I was mistaken. Mulan, the live action reboot, which is directed by Nikki Caro. Nikki Caro directed Whale Rider almost 20 years ago. Whale Rider, if you remember, is a movie made in New Zealand, and it's about female empowerment also, no? I forgot the name of the girl. Keisha something. Keisha Hughes. She has three names, and she was nominated for Best Actress. And in that movie, it's centered on the Maoris. So she became, in a way, like the character of Mulan, no? Because Mulan is a female warrior, and in during the time when China was still ruled by dynasties, much like what you find in Europe, the concept of a female warrior is very foreign. No? So you have movies about women who have to do men's roles, and there's a bit of gender bending that happens. No? They have to look like men. They have to hide their, and they have to act like men to be able to be accepted in society. Because otherwise, women were not, at least in the story. Oh well, in reality also, the concept of a woman warrior was not accepted, no, in during the time when China was still held by the dynasties, no, but they can be empresses. I remember there were many powerful empresses, but as women warriors, they were not accepted. So that's what Mulan is all about, no. What happened was the kingdom at that time was under siege, no. They had enemies who had supernatural powers, and the emperor needed the help of the people. So each family was asked to give one son, no, to the army, and unfortunately, Mulan's family, his father had no son, so the father had to go to the army, but Mulan took her father's place. So she disguised herself as a man, and since she loved, sword fighting, she was just perfect for that role. The only problem was she was a woman. So I wasn't able to watch the animated version, unfortunately, because I think as early as 1998 I was already not watching Disney movies, unfortunately. But this movie opened my eyes. Because I really enjoyed it. What I love about it are the fighting scenes. No, they're really well choreographed, well staged, well photographed. Every fighting scene, there were several, there were many, because the evil forces led by, I think it was Jet Li, or the other one, Jason Scott Lee pala, sorry, was fighting with the Emperor, no, Jet Li. I love the movie also, number two, because of the cast. You have some of the best Chinese actors. I don't know if they're American. So they're American already. I think Jason Scott Lee is American, Chinese American. Well, Gong Li, the fabulous Gong Li. She plays the sorceress here, the witch, in other words. There's a backstory to it. She plays the witch. In a way, she said she was like Mulan when she was younger, but since women were their powers were undermined by the male establishment, she opted to used her powers for the evil side, which was sad. And then when they had a confrontation with Mulan, Mulan told her, yes, we're the same because we are courageous, we stand up to the men in the establishment, but we are different because I'm fighting for the good. I'm not fighting for the destruction of the dynasty. So that's where they kind of fall apart. I mean, their relationship did not prosper, but in a way, Gong Li's character Xianang, I think was her name, um, was able to reconcile and find out that what she was doing was not good. So in the end, she did help Mulan. I mean, she saved Mulan's life, no, by letting the arrow hit herself, because she wanted Mulan to succeed and save the emperor. Um, the movie got nominated for Best Visual Effects and Best Costume Design. So they deserve the nomination. So it's a beautiful movie. Um, they said they spent around 200 million US dollars to film it, and you can really see it. The amount of money they spent on it. It was worth it. Unfortunately, I think the box office did not reach it because the movie was released during the pandemic, and there were not many movie theaters yet, no. But I strongly suggest, if the movie is re-released in the theater, I hope it gets really released in the Philippines. You go and watch the movie along with your young daughters, because I think Mulan's character is a good role model, no, for your daughter, for your young daughter. The mo Unlike because Disney had the formula before in the 1990s, where they had to have a good music soundtrack for each of the movies, and they had for this movie the Reflections, and you can hear the strings of Reflections being played in the movie, and although kasi nag-nare sang it again in the last part because it's an updated version of the song. In this movie, they did not turn it into a musical, so there was no theme song, which I felt was a bit sad because they could have at least put one theme song, much like what they did to Titanic. Just put one song there and segue to the soundtrack to increase because there were many scenes where Mulan was down, and if you could have soaring musical score, it would have been great. The musical score though is very good. It would have been great if there was a song composed just for the movie, which would segue nicely with the score. Because anyway, it's a Disney movie, and Disney movies are expected to have beautiful songs and a beautiful score. Would I recommend that you watch it? Yes, please watch it in any way you can. Most likely, I watch it through Netflix. So, oh no, was it Netflix? But anyway, watch it online, and then and you'll surely enjoy it. Your family will surely enjoy it. So now, I've changed my mind about watching Disney films. I think they're worth watching. So please, so that ends my movie review. Thank you very much for your time. Please subscribe to my channel so you know what new movies I'm reviewing, and then please subscribe to my channel, Writer Coach Tony, and follow me on my social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Bye!